Hi Kunal, great to have you on our show. Could you tell us briefly about the $2 trillion agreements problem?
Thanks, Kirill. Great to be here. Let me start with an obvious fact. Every single one of us signs documents digitally, many of them with DocuSign. And now for some numbers. We have around 1.6 million customers who send out documents for signing and a staggering 1 billion. Yep, you heard me right. Billion with a B signers. That makes for a staggering number of documents. The sheer scale of that makes it infeasible until now to figure out how many documents are coming up for renewal, by which date, and what would be the consequences of not acting in a timely fashion. To provide a concrete example, I have found myself locked into a lease on both a house and a car in my past life because I lost track of renewal dates and terms, as I suspect have many in this audience. Now consider that some large enterprises and even governments have standardized on DocuSign for digital signatures of every single of their agreements. The sum total of all of that scale adds up to a staggering 2 trillion number.
That's incredible. Agreements are so fundamental to our lives. This is our relationship graph, especially for corporate. Precision of search recommendations over that graph must be crucial. Where do you guys store all this data and how do you search it and vectorize it?
Great question. We use Cosmos and SQL. SQL to catch all of the e-signature transactions as they happen, for which we, of course, need asset guarantees, similar to an ATM. And Cosmos, which stores what we call the brains of our agreements by way of the agreement data model that we call ADM, where we store industry and vertical standard schema and metadata, including AI-inferred metadata about individual agreements, so as to make them actionable and essentially solve that $2 trillion problem you alluded to earlier. We need to vectorize in order to provide search precision, take into account domain, jargon, etc. And we are moving away from search systems to Cosmos, which provides built in vector and search capabilities all in the same place.
This is very interesting. We observe this trend generally for databases and for Cosmos DB specifically. More and more customers move to use Cosmos DB for retrieval and search. How did you arrive at that conclusion?
It's pretty simple when you boil it down. DocuSign is a SaaS offering, and we need to provide performance and availability and to ensure seamless experience. Documents, summaries, metadata, etc., are all already stored in Cosmos DB. We needed a retrieval system that used the latest state of art algorithms, was cost effective, and multi tenant. Cosmos with DiskANN implementation is 60 times cheaper than in memory counterparts that we evaluated and provides reliability and security guarantees that we need. Semantic retrieval and natural language interactions is simply the next step in the evolution of database queries.
Thank you so much, Kunal. Super grateful for having you as a customer. Given schema-less and horizontal scale nature of Cosmos DB, it is purpose-built for AI scenarios, especially for multi-tenant SaaS offerings like DocuSign. Most of Microsoft Cloud uses this for precisely these reasons, and so do many SaaS products.
Thank you.